Here's a little story about a man named John, a farmer of corn till the rain was all gone. Some people do more with their lives, they take away pain through their own sacrifice. John was a haystack seed from the south. Gold, cornfields, farm, sowed his own meals. He lived by the sun and rain watered his crops. Then one day, the rain stopped. No clouds, nothing at all. Husks dried up, soil, chalks, rocks, dust. He went to church and prayed for days for water to streams that would bring up his maize. When nothing came, he would sit on his tractor, pass in a daze. He developed a laughter. The sun grew stronger, the drought lasted longer, and just when John thought things couldn't get any wronger, the family started having their doubts, throwing rocks at the sky to knock down the clouds. Little kids throwing pebbles, little devils. The stones fell back to the earth, the dust settled. But the clouds just stayed in the sky, and John watched on as they pass on by. He called a meeting to change the seasons. The villagers came from all the town's reaches. A sea of faces, desperate with hope, clinging to faith like the end of a rope. They had a question, and John had an answer. From that day on, they called John the Rain Dancer.
The sun refused to shine. No, I don't mind. I do not mind. If the sun refused to shine, I do not mind. No, I don't mind.
Sun, 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 go away. The villagers' voices echoed each day. The hopeless cries continued to rise to the deaf expanse of the cloudless skies, which stayed clear, confirming their fears. The last water they lost was their tears. The sun scorched the dirt till the children's eyes hurt. The dust settled up to dry up their guts. Then they noticed a small black cloud, a seed in the air's unfertile ground. Their voices stopped, the silence loud. They gaped as it pulsed in the absence of sound. The shape was small and there was no wind, but it moved like it knew that a storm might begin. There it hung in the sky, contracting, bellowing as if to a melody reacting. Though lacking its sound, it created a rhythm for a dance for which the village was fated. And so the kids ran toward it to reach it, and got a little closer to John's little secret. And even children, they couldn't believe it when they saw the rain dancer controlling beneath it. His body naked, it whipped and it snapped, with scrapes stretched across the blades of his back.
If the sun refused to shine, no, I don't mind. I do not mind. If the sun refused to shine, I do not mind. I do not mind.
John's savage dance held the cloud in its grasp. It wasn't just chance, the two were entrapped. He led and it followed, and John wouldn't stop. The children cheered on, expecting a drop of John or of rain from exhaustion or pain. But not these events, they couldn't explain. They watched on as John danced to the song, and he crashed through the corn, and his body grew worn. Scrape became cut, a fresh drop of blood fled from his flesh, was shed to make mud. And just at that moment, the cloud over top yielded the first, not the last precious drop. All eyes hung as the water fell, the giver and taker of life, heaven, hell. He danced through the corn and crashed even harder. His wounds yielded blood and the clouds yielded water. Children running to dance in the rain that mixed in the red of John's fleeting pain. His body shredded, it couldn't take more, and then John collapsed down in the downpour. There John lay at the base of his stocks, his life leaving body in soil and in rocks. He shook and convulsed, they danced by his side. He gave the land rain and then died.